everybody. Today we are talking about Aristotle, the distinguished digital marketer. And I am wearing my toga because I don't own a white sheet. And so it's my blanket that I'm as bad as my kid that I have my blankie, and this is it. As a toga. Hey, Tim, welcome back. I have no idea what happened. For those just tuning in on the replay, I was halfway through the spiel, and all of a sudden, Facebook died on me. So here we are again, and to make it a complete package, I'm going to review what I said previously on One Click Lindsay, okay? So, Aristotle, he was born 2,300 years ago, and he wrote about a triangle of persuasion. And there was 3 points to the triangle: the first ethos, the second pathos, the third logos. And guess what? All of these are still what we use in marketing today. So if he were alive today, he would definitely be in court going against all of the marketing books, mine included, and saying that we stole his ideas. 100%, because we're all borrowing from the ideas that the great Aristotle, the best digital marketer to ever live, told us 2,300 years ago. Yay, Facebook, you're right, Meg, about that. So what's the first one? I'm sorry for those of you who already saw this, but I want this to be a complete video. Sorry, folks. Number 1 is ethos, okay? You have to come across in digital marketing and any marketing that you're doing as credible, trustworthy, and ethical. It doesn't matter what your message is. If people come on and they see you and you're not wearing a toga to induce credibility, make sure people believe you, then it doesn't matter what you have to say, what you're going to sell. They are not going to believe anything you say. So it's so important to be credible. How do we do that? Through, that's right, Meg, Aristotle did have his together. You're absolutely right. He was super smart. And I can't believe he was persuading people 2,300 years ago, and nothing has changed since then. So how do we come across as credible in our marketing efforts? Of course, the most popular one is, you get Britney Spears to say how much she loves Pepsi. That's a really great way to build credibility, because we know, like, and trust Britney Spears, even though I don't think she knows anything about Pepsi. But for some reason, when someone like that gets up and promotes your product, then all of a sudden they come across as credible because we know them. You can also do logos, different media logos. Have you guys seen those on websites? If you have been featured in the media, that almost instantly makes people view you as credible, because they view the media as having their crap together and knowing that you are credible. So, FYI, just while we're talking about ethos right now, on Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific, I'll be giving a webinar on how to get media logos on your website. Super easy. And I'm also giving away a PDF of 150 places to get noticed in the media. I'm giving that away for free. If you want that, if you want to join me for that webinar and you want that PDF, simply put "I do" in the comments here. Now, I do is something you say at a wedding, but just you and I are just signing up for a webinar together. Some information sharing, okay? So other ways of building credibility is through testimonials and awards and reviews. Like, this is all the stuff that I say to you guys every morning when I am live, Monday through Thursday at 9 o'clock. We talk about this stuff all the time, and Aristotle knew about it 2,300 years ago. What's next? What's the next corner of the triangle is pathos. So after people view you as credible, they see your media icons, and they're like, okay, this girl sounds like she has her crap together. She is wearing a toga after all. Let's see what she has to say. And that's when a good marketer starts diving in on emotions. You guys have heard me say this 100 times. If you can address these potential clients of yours, and you can get into their emotions, and you can open up their wounds, and you can pour sand into them, or salt, I guess it would be, salt into their wounds, and make them feel even crappier about their situation or whatever problem you're trying to solve. And if you can let them know what the other side looks like when they no longer have this problem, then they will be ready to buy what you are selling. Some of my favorite selling words, and I use this at the top of many, many sales pages when I don't know what else to write, or my initial draft of all sales pages, guess what the top words are? They are the words, the magical words, Imagine if. And then you paint out a life for these people with what it looks like utilizing your product or service and how amazing their life will be when they do. You can totally hammer in on some of the most popular emotions: greed, fear, envy, pride, shame, and altruism. Whatever emotion you can invoke in someone after you're credible, then they're going to be that much closer to buying your product or service. So important. And most of this has to do with the language, painting a picture of their pain, that you understand their pain, and that you can solve their pain. Okay? So important. Hey, Jim, it's Toga Party. Welcome to the Toga Party. We're talking Aristotle today. So after they're crying because your copy, toga, that's right. After they're crying because you're so credible and you understand their pain, and you know, and they feel like you have the answers to their pain, that's when we can get into logos, which is logic and stats and surveys and white papers and reasons and features and all this. But all of that always happens at the end of a sales page, at the end of an email sequence. Because if we started selling what's called feature-based selling up front, everyone would yawn and go home. If I come out and say, hey, I'm selling some SEO and I will get 500 backlinks for you, and I will update your meta tags and your title tags and your backlinks, all for $500. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have, I will get you to be #1 on the search engines, and tens and thousands of people will come and buy your products, and it will make you rich and famous, and you will never have another worry ever again? Which one would you rather buy, right? So as marketer, I mean, that is something to be said, that marketers have to be careful when selling to emotions, because we can get a little dramatic, right? We can get a little, I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but today we're not talking about ethics. We're talking about Aristotle and the 3 triangles. Let's see if I can make a triangle with my fingers. Yes, I can. Although it's not really a great triangle, but doesn't matter. It's not a great toga either. So those are the 3 triangles. Can you believe it that marketing has not changed for 2,300 years? So it's time to perk up and listen. Doesn't matter what sales book you read. You can read my book. You can read Seth Godin's book. You can listen to Gary Vee. And you can see these tentacles of what Aristotle preached 2,300 years ago flowing through all things. Because as humans, we haven't changed that much in 2,300 years. We still want to listen to people who are credible. We still are emotional creatures, although if you can throw in a little bit of logos at the end to make me feel like I am making a logical decision, that would be really helpful. But we really all go back to emotional. Okay? Hopefully I taught you something today. Thank you, Aristotle, for being the greatest digital marketer ever. In the email I wrote this morning, I said, if he were alive today, I am sure we would all be going to askaristotle.com and reading the latest, greatest digital marketing strategies from the best and most distinguished digital marketer ever, Aristotle. Okay, few announcements. That is my thing today. Ta-da! Okay, few announcements. Number 1, I mentioned while giving my Pathos talk that I'm going to be giving a webinar about how to get those credibility icons on your website. So important to get noticed in the news media for whatever business, service, product, whatever. And it's actually easier than you think that it might be. I'm telling you all my secrets on how to do that in a webinar on Thursday. All you have to do, I meant to do a landing page, but I got caught up in some client work. All you have to do to be part of that is put the words I do in a comment, and I will send you the landing page link once it's built. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, if you are struggling with digital marketing, which chances are you are because you're watching me in a toga give a lesson on how to sell people like Aristotle did, then you need to join the Traffic and Leads membership program. Go to trafficandleadsmembership.com. It's $97 a month. It is a done-with-you program. There's hot seats. There's trainings. There's challenges. There is everything. How about this? Imagine if all of your digital marketing problems were solved, and you didn't have to pay an expensive consultant like myself to do it all for you. All you have to do is go to trafficandleads.com. Meg, yes, you do, Meg. Make sure you show up for my webinar, and I will show you how to do it. I'm sure you can do it because you are just such a follow-through-er. So make sure you do that. Is that all I have to say? Yeah, remember, I am here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 o'clock with another digital marketing topic. Thank you so much for joining me today. Awesome. Oh, Meg. Aw, Meg just proposed to me. Awesome. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, channel your inner Aristotle and appeal to ethos, pathos, and logos. See you later.